Super excited. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Today we're covering the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. So we're going to specifically hone in on free, and then we're also going to specifically hone in on Facebook. So those are the two qualifiers for our conversation today. So again, the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. As you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way. It's going to send some waves through the Facebook and YouTube algorithms to get this into everybody's notification. So as you're coming in, a like is going to help out a ton. But also, if you wouldn't mind commenting where you're listening from, I have both Facebook and YouTube going on at once, and I am tuned in to both of them. So we'll be able to check that out very, very soon. All right, so hope everyone's having a great week. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We're ready to get started, so let's get right into it as soon as I make sure that the audio is up and going. Tom, Colorado, coming in from Colorado. Good to see you, my friend. All right, so why are we covering this topic? So we'll briefly touch on the why. So free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. Well, who doesn't like free and who hasn't heard of Facebook? That's basically it. That's basically the why. I want to give you some ways that do not involve spending money, do not involve advertising, do not involve Facebook ads or anything of that nature, and really focused in on the organic side, really focused in on tangible ways, tangible strategies to do real estate lead generation. So it's another way of putting it, I guess, would be it would even be a better way of putting it is when we're talking about leads, we're just talking about conversations. We're talking about establishing a dialogue between you and somebody else that could potentially buy a home from you or sell a home with you. It's basically that simple. So starting conversations, that is what we're talking about. Good vibes. Awesome. I dig it. I dig it. And we have Maryland, Kimberly Bean, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about free real estate lead generation strategies. So jumping right into the very first one is we need to focus on organic posting. Now, what does that mean? That means that when I say organic posting, I'm actually not even talking about your business page. So taking one quick step back. Whenever you create your Facebook profile, you have your personal profile. That's where you put your pictures of your family, pictures of your achievements, where you went to school, all that fun stuff. So yourself, that's your personal profile. You can also create, and I highly encourage you to do this in order to do advertising down the road, a business page. So creating a Facebook business page is something that you create for your business. At this point, it's almost like having your website. It's pretty much expected. If you're a real estate professional, real estate agent, it's expected that you have a website. And also, it's expected that you have a business page. Now, here's where I kind of get into trouble. I don't really subscribe to the notion of keeping your business page all that updated. I don't subscribe to that all that much. Now, I do think that posting content on there and then pushing it over to to your personal page, that's more of the route to go. So I don't necessarily buy into the fact that you need to get all of these likes on your business page because the reach on your business page is so dismal. It's so low. So whenever I talk about organic posting, I'm talking about your organic side, your personal profile. That's what I mean by organic posting, because that's where most of your community is hanging out. Most of your community does not like your business page. Doesn't mean that they don't like you, but they don't like business pages. It's not as common anymore. So just giving you my 2 cents on the business page. So if you're going to post on your business page, which infrequently I think that that's fine, but once you post on your business page, pushing it over to your personal page, that's really more the model that I've subscribed to. So that being said, the question becomes, if we're posting on our personal page, regardless if we're pushing in the content from our business page, what do we post about? Well, the formula that I've created, the formula that really has been highly effective for the agents that I work with is you're going to create content that entertains. So basically, it's going to create some engagement. You're going to create content that educates, which is going to present or establish authority, and then you're going to create content that prospects. So prospecting is designed to be that connection between people that can use your services and you. So that's what I mean by prospecting. So first, you're entertaining to create that engagement. Second, you're educating to establish that authority. And then third, you're prospecting to open up that line of communication, open up that connection from your buyers and sellers alike. So that's what we're talking about. I am from India. Welcome, Naveen. Welcome. So as you're coming in, a like is going to go a long way, but also let me know where you're listening from. I really want to know what reach we're having, which is far and wide. So from India, awesome. So from the organic standpoint, that's what we're talking about. And whenever I say entertainment, just breaking them down very, very quickly, entertainment, it can be anything. It could be memes. It could be something. It could be a joke. It could be an interesting property that you're seeing, an interesting image that's on the MLS, anything that could entertain, anything that's going to get that like or that comment via that engagement. So that's what we're talking about, entertaining, because you don't want to make it all about yourself. You don't want to make it all about real estate. You don't want to make it all about just stuff that people don't care about. So you want to have a good mix in your social media feed, in your Facebook feed, so people have a reason to keep coming back and engaging with you. So this is a great way to do that. Asking questions about of your family, asking questions about other people's family, asking questions about the community. So providing interesting entertainment or interesting entertaining content that's going to encourage that engagement. So that's step number one, if you will. Step number two is educating. So educating, that's something that a lot of you that are on right now, you thrive in that. You thrive in that space educating on what a real estate transaction looks like from the buyer side and the seller side. What the real estate industry is really about. So a lot of you thrive in that, and I fall guilty to this myself, where I actually thrive in it so much that that's what I make all of my content about on my Facebook feed. And really that's something that I've worked diligently to break up, because I don't want it to only be me educating. I don't want that to be the case. Although, yes, it does help me from a branding and authoritative perspective. So it blends itself to create credibility and establish that authority. At the same time, I'm kind of doing it too much to where it becomes self-defeating. So that second pillar of content right there, that is on the education part, where you're educating about real estate. And then the third, the prospecting content, the prospecting posts, those are invitations for individuals to work with you. That's what it is. It's invitations to connect, invitations to start that dialogue. So if anybody's looking to buy or anybody is looking to sell, they're going to connect with you. You're extending that invitation. So that's what I mean by organic posting. I'm talking about your personal page. I'm talking about those three pillars of content. That is a good system. It's a good formula for you to follow, so you don't have to guess, man, what should I post? I'm supposed to post every day. I'd like to create more engagement. I should do this. I should do that. Well, this provides a framework. This provides a bucket system to where you know this type of content, this is good for entertaining. This type of content, this falls into my education bucket. And then this falls into my prospecting bucket. So it gives you a good little workflow, a good little way to systematize your posting. So again, we're talking about the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. So what I've given you is a framework to leverage social media, to leverage Facebook, to leverage your organic posting. So that's strategy number one. That's something that's going to get you a ton of leads, because guess what? The people that are on your Facebook, that are already friends on Facebook, they're part of your sphere. These are people, these are already friendlies. For all intents and purposes, on Facebook, you have a bunch of friendlies. You have a bunch of people that are either friends, family, friends of family, acquaintances, somebody that has a tie to you, whether you grew up in the same place, you went to the same school, you attend the same church, you do X, Y, and Z together. There's that aspect. People want to like you. Think about it that way. People want to like you on Facebook. It's challenging sometimes because social media is social media, but people already want to buy into you. So Facebook is not the one that's going to go out there and expand too much. It's not going to really expand your brand in the same way that YouTube would or Instagram would. So this is a great way to continue establishing that relationship and building on that relationship. So that's what Facebook is designed to do. And this is a strategy that's going to help you amplify that. So again, we're talking about the organic posting. If you follow this system, you're going to be generating conversations with buyers, conversations with sellers, investors, and everybody. So from that standpoint, let me know if it's making sense in the comment section. Just let me know if it's making sense. If we need to elaborate, we can certainly do that. But as you're typing that in, I want to cover referrals. That's the second way to generate real estate leads. So we're talking about the best ways to generate real estate leads through Facebook. So referrals are plentiful on this platform. Referrals give you an opportunity to work with people all across the country, with agents all across the country. It's going to give you that opportunity to, I would say, benefit from the relationships that you've established through the years. Meaning, if you went to school out of town as an example, and you would spent your 4 years there, and you moved back to your particular place that you live. So you establish a community within those 4 years, but that community, as you know, it's very mobile, it's very transitory. So if you went to school I'll just use myself as an example. I went to school at Texas Tech, and that's in Lubbock, Texas. So Lubbock or Texas Tech pulls in about 40% from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Actually, it's probably more, but 40 to 50% from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, about 20% from Houston, and then the rest from everywhere else. So that means that there's a strong community that ended up in Dallas-Fort Worth because they went back to where they came from. A lot of relationships down in Houston. So this means that now I have potential clients that I may not be able to work with directly, but I have a real estate license which gives me the ability to cash in on referrals anywhere. So I can still build my relationship with them. I can still build some rapport with them and still financially benefit from when my relationships end up purchasing a home. Is this making sense? So when we're talking about referrals, that's what we're talking about. We're cashing in on our relationships. And how do we do that on Facebook? Well, there are groups on Facebook right here, right now, that are massive and only talk about referrals. So if you go to your Facebook page right now and then type in referrals and filter out based off of groups, you're going to see a ton of real estate agent referral groups. You're going to see some massive ones with 20,000, 50,000, 80,000 members within that group. And all that group is designed to do is dish out referrals. So whenever you join those groups, make sure that you turn on all the notifications, because you never know when a lead is going to come your way. You never know when somebody is going to need a referral agent in your neck of the woods that you happen to be, that you happen to work. So if you're an agent in Houston, as an example, there's a ton, and I mean a ton of people moving to Houston. So you're sitting on a gold mine right there. You joining those groups, turning on the notifications, and raising your hand when the opportunity comes, that's a great way for you to start getting your business, and you don't have to pay for these. Now, of course, the referral fee is the referral fee. I don't necessarily call that part of your marketing spin, because these were free. You didn't have to pay to get them. You paid. It's kind of like an Op-City lead, if you will, where you pay upon closing. So it's a free lead for you. It's a free conversation for you. If you convert the business, you win. So that's just a huge opportunity for you. The referral groups right now are heavily underutilized. So join as many as you can. But I mean, just make sure that you moderate yourself whenever you're joining, because you don't want to join more than 5 Facebook groups in one day, or else you're going to be put into Facebook jail. But it's going to give you an opportunity to connect with agents all across the world. So beyond that, again, goes back to the relationships that you manage. You can do the same thing for others. You can benefit from your cousins in New York. You can benefit from your uncles in Seattle. You can benefit from all across the country. And the beauty of it is you don't even have to do the work. So that's an amazing thing. So from the referrals, that's what we're talking about. That's a huge free real estate lead generation strategy that is heavily underutilized. Now, if you want to take it one step further, if you want to build your own system, if you want to build your own ecosystem of referrals and direct clients as well, is build community pages. Build community pages around the community. Build community pages around the specific town that you market. So everything Arlington, Texas, everything Fort Worth, Texas, everything Dallas, Texas. You know you're from Dallas when. You know you're from Texas when. So these are all titles of groups that you can create and invite everybody that lives within that particular city, in that particular county, in that particular state, in that particular region that you've created that Facebook group for. And they're going to go and invite more people. They're going to go and invite more people. And you're going to be the person that controls that. So giving you that dirty little secret, whenever you create those community pages, you can allow everybody you want and also exclude everybody you want. So you can exclude all other real estate agents if you so choose and be the only real estate agent within that group. So when the opportunity comes, or you make yourself available by presenting that option to work with you in that group, it's one that you can control. So your admins, aka yourself, you're not going to boot yourself out. So that's another way to leverage the Facebook groups that are going to help you in your marketing. Is this making sense? So again, we're talking about free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook, and we're covering the referrals aspect, where we talked about referral groups, which is a very direct way to get referrals. And we've also talked about Facebook groups from the community page standpoint, where you create these groups and invite a ton of people and not make it about real estate at all. You're just making it about the community. So these are great ways to grow a Facebook group incredibly quickly and have access to a ton of people that you at most times weren't connected with. So that's a way to amplify it. Now, going on to the third way to generate free real estate leads, we're talking about video marketing. Again, we're talking about the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook right now. And right now, actually more than ever, video marketing has taken over. If you're not doing a video on your stories, if you're not doing a video on your newsfeed, or if you're not doing a live video, you're falling behind. I'm not suggesting that you do all three. I'm suggesting you start somewhere. So if you're a little bit shy in front of the camera, that's okay. A lot of us have that same fear starting out. So an easy way to break into that fear is by creating stories. So stories, for those of you that may not be aware of it, stories are what you see at the very top of the Facebook page and go away after 24 hours. So whatever you post, whether it's an image, whether it's a quote, whether it's a meme, whether it's a video, whether it's a whatever, that goes away after 24 hours. So that should bring you comfort that, oh, okay, I think that my video sucks, but it's going to be gone in 24 hours. So a few people probably saw that, and that's okay. Well, the awesome thing about that is that you get the opportunity to register on a lot of people's feeds, even more so than on the regular news feed, because the stories, that still is shown to more people that are connected to you. That's a great opportunity for you to connect with people instantly. So by doing videos, especially lives right now, you're sending out notifications to your friends, or Facebook sends out notifications to friends that are most likely to hop on and view your live. So Facebook is drawing the attention, sending out that broadcast. Hey, Jaime is going live. You might want to check it out. So you have Facebook promoting you. Now, it's not going to send notifications to all of your friends. Don't think that that's going to happen. But it will send it to those people that are most likely to engage, because Facebook has all of that data. So it gives you a champion. Facebook's going to be your champion, so they can come and view your live. So again, remember that if you can do the lives on your, you can do the lives on your Facebook page, whether that's your if it's on your business page, you can do it there, or if it's on your Facebook group, you can do it there, or if it's on your personal page, you can do it there. So it gives you that ability. Now, that's more about video marketing. That's something that you absolutely need to be doing right now. And you can establish the same cadence that we just talked about with the organic posting, from the entertainment, the educating, the prospecting system that I just shared with you. You can do the exact same thing on your lives. Something that I would encourage you to do to be a little bit more consistent, though, if you are going to take the live strategy, so the live video marketing strategy, is take something that you're going to do every single day and make the live around that, or make it a point that that's when you're going to do your lives. So if you drop off your kids at a certain time and you have some time after you drop them off, well, make a live while you're driving back to the house or driving over to the office. That's when you structure it. Now, if you are somebody that picks up your kids at a certain time and you're going through that car line, waiting to pick your kids up, then you can do it while you're in the car lane, so in your pickup lane. That is going to be a way for you to be consistent with your video marketing, with your video lives. Now, what's important about this strategy is that you continue to show up, because at this point, it's not who you know, it's who knows you that's important. So let me repeat that. It's not who you know, but who knows you that's important. So the more that you show up, the more that you are present, and the more of an opportunity for people to be reminded that you're in real estate, and also the more of an opportunity for people to see that you're the authority in the space. And at that point, it just becomes a branding play, because people know that you're in real estate. People know that you're the professional, and they're not gonna go with somebody else that they've never even heard of. They're not gonna go with somebody else that, even within their own family, because they never even see them talk about real estate. So they're what's called a secret agent. So that's the worst thing that you can do for your business right now, is be a secret agent, because a huge reminder, it's not who you know, it's who knows you that gets the business at this point, aka this is marketing. And we've just been talking about free ways to get in front of people. These are actionable ways that you can get in front of future buyers, future sellers, future anybody that's looking to do a real estate transaction. So just a quick recap: organic posting is alive and well. I highly encourage you to do that. 2, referrals. Get your referrals in multiple ways, but leveraging Facebook groups specifically. And then 3, video marketing in a very strategic way, where you can follow the exact blueprint that we outlined in the organic posting. You can do Facebook Lives, you can do video. The beauty of that is that this content is very shareable. This type of content is viewable by a lot of people, and this content lives on if you so will it. Meaning, if you don't put these on your social, on your Facebook stories and put it on your news feeds, well, they're going to live there for a while. Okay, they're going to live there forever. So at some point, somebody's going to stumble upon them, and it's going to be a good opportunity for them to be reminded again that you're in real estate, that you're authority, and you're actually helping people along the way. Alrighty. Damien, Jaime, Icos. I don't know what that is. Is that a goat? All right. Well, I appreciate that, Damien. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this has been the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. Oh, we had another comment. So I put a post on my biz page, and I'd like to share it on my personal page, but Facebook is not offering that option. I can only share it to other business pages. You know, I see that as well sometimes. So Tom, was that you? Yeah, Tom mentioned this. Do it on your phone. Do it on your phone. That's where you can switch who's posting it and to where. Do it on your phone. I run into that quite a bit. I don't know why it does it on the desktop, but if you do it from your app, from the phone, it'll let you put it onto your newsfeed and other places. It can into groups, into pages, everywhere else. So that's something that does come up. All right, help me out with that. I don't know what flag that is. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at geography. Goat, Damien. Hell yeah, I appreciate that, Damien. I hope I'm saying that right. Appreciate you. Awesome. Well, folks, this has been how to generate free real estate leads. This is something that you have at your disposal today. You don't have to spend a dime. We're not talking about Facebook ads. We're not talking about advertising. We're just talking about being present, being out there for free. These are tactical ways that you can get referrals, that you can get buyers, that you can get sellers. So take the blueprint that I just shared with you and implement it. Just challenge yourself. If you haven't posted anything, and actually, it doesn't even matter if you've been active. Maybe you post 100 times a day. I don't know. But challenge yourself that today you're going to make a post. Challenge yourself that today you're going to do something for your business to move it forward. I'm from Sri Lanka. Hey, welcome. Welcome, SA from Sri Lanka. I love that. Lynn's coming in. Hi, Jaime. How do you feel about Facebook Marketplace as a lead source for real estate? Just joining. Thanks from Texas. Hey, I'm from Texas too. How do you feel about Facebook Marketplace as a lead source? Oh, I love it. I love Facebook Marketplace. There's several videos on this channel actually that teach the Facebook Marketplace strategy. I love Facebook Marketplace from the standpoint that it is free. That's something you don't have to pay for. And I do enjoy that connection to a ton of other people around the topic that I want to address, meaning real estate. So buyers and sellers. So Facebook Marketplace, for those of you that don't know, is very similar to Craigslist. It's the social media platform, or is a social media version of Craigslist. And it was created by Facebook. So there you can go offer things you can offer services, you can offer products, you can offer whatever as a buy-sell group or a buy-sell activity. So the Facebook Marketplace, in a nutshell, for real estate agents is posting properties that you have access to market or a permission to market, and people are going to reach out to you in the DMs. So it's a fantastic way for you to connect. So yes, I absolutely love it. I think that that's a great way for you to grow your network, connect with people. As soon as somebody shows interest in a property, then start that conversation, start that dialogue. Remember our previous mention of this. Leads are basically a conversation, and the more people that you have conversations with about real estate, just by the law of numbers, there's not a law of numbers, but just how sales work, I think is a better way of saying it. It's gonna equate to business. It just will. You may not be the most effective closer, but if you can get in front of more people, you're going to be closing deals. You may not be the best marketer out there, but the more conversations that you start, the more deals that you're going to, essentially it becomes down to work. And it comes down to you reaching out to more people, having more conversations, and ultimately getting more business. There's no way that if you're putting in all this effort that it's not going to work. Awesome. Nikita, I like it. From India. I dig it, Nikita. What content do you recommend a new agent do to starting out? You know what? With new agents, I love this question. When it comes to any type of content. Whether you're writing a blog, whether you're doing video, where you're doing images or anything that has to do with infographics, whether you're doing anything. As a new real estate agent, bring people with you. Allow people to share in your journey. You as a new real estate agent are now realizing, if you hadn't already, that real estate is not that easy. It's not as easy as it sounded when you originally got it. So allowing people to see your day, allowing people to see what's happening whenever you do showings, allowing people to see what you take into consideration when you're pricing properties out, allowing people into the industry as a real estate agent is huge. So especially you as a new real estate agent, you may not believe it, but the normies, so the normies is what I call people that don't have a real estate license. The normies have no clue what's involved with being a real estate agent. They just realize that I want to see that house. This agent facilitates that. I want to make an offer. This agent facilitates that. And now I have to pay for this house. And this agent collects a $15,000 check. That's basically what's happening. So from that standpoint, they don't see the X's and O's. Now, if you're a responsible real estate agent, you don't necessarily have to make it all about yourself, but you can share with them, what it actually takes to get a deal together, So all that to say is, as a new real estate agent, allow people to share in your journey, the wins and the losses. That whole being authentic in this space right now is absolutely king. You don't need fancy production equipment. You don't need a commercial-esque type of video. You just need to be yourself. Bring yourself with you everywhere you go. So that's what I would recommend as a new real estate agent. That's the content. With no knowledge. Well, Damien, I would argue that you do have knowledge. So the question was originally, what content do you recommend a new agent start doing with no knowledge? I hope you have knowledge, because you, at some point, it required you passing a test, although it's a simple test. You did pass that. So I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You do have more knowledge than the normies, aka buyers that have never bought or sellers that have purchased a home once in their life. You have more knowledge than them. You do. So I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit there. Allow people to win with you and lose with you. Give them that opportunity. So share more of your journey. Lynn, thumbs up back at you. Alrighty, folks. Well, hey, it's been a treat. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. So happy rest of Monday to everybody. This has been the best free real estate lead generation strategies on Facebook. If there's any questions down the road, feel free to comment down below. A like is going to go a long way. And if you can hit the subscribe button, that's going to help out a ton as well. All right. Have a great day. Bye.